very warm welcome. You're watching CNN News 18. I'm Akanksha Swaroop. 10 years ago in February 2012, a 19-year-old woman was abducted, brutally gang raped and murdered in Delhi. The Supreme Court on Monday passed an order acquitting all of the 3 accused in this case. The death sentence awarded to them was ratified by the Delhi High Court in 2014. The top court's bench pointed out glaring lapses in the prosecution's case, stating that the prosecution was not able to prove the evidence with regard to the arrest of the accused. Due to this, the conviction could not be sustained after the court's verdict. The parents of the victims said they have lost all hope in the judicial system of the country. There were protests held outside the Supreme Court earlier today, with protesters demanding justice for the 19-year-old victim.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जिस तरह से बोला है तो जैसे आप लोगों को जो उम्मीद आप लोग लगाए बैठे थे तो उसका क्या असर हुआ है जो निर्णय आया है अभी?
ये बहुत बेकार निर्णय आया ये। अच्छा चलो माना, चलो वो मुजरिम नहीं है तो मुजरिम कौन है? पहले और मुजरिमों को खड़ा करो फिर उसके बाद छोड़ो। किसने करा फिर एक कांड? जब उन्होंने नहीं किया तो किसने किया? ये तो है ना, मतलब नीचे अदालतों ने उनको फांसी का सजा दे दिया, उसी सब उनके खिलाफ है सब वो प्रूफ। तो ऊपर से ही कैसे सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आके कैसे प्रूफ बदल गए? या तो उन्होंने कुछ हेरा फेरी कर रखी है, या तो उनका कोई रिश्तेदार है, या तो कुछ लेन देन का चक्कर हुआ है, इसी बीच का है। नहीं तो सारे प्रूफ उनके वजह से उन पे मिले, जब डेड बॉडी मिली उनके निशानदेही पे मिली, गाड़ी उनकी निशानदेही पे मिली, कहाँ छोड़ी, सब प्रूफ उनके खिलाफ है। तो ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट कैसे बोले कि ये नहीं है? वो नहीं है तो चलो, वो नहीं है तो तू किसी और मुजरिम को खड़ा करके दिखा दो कि ये है उनके बदले, तो हम मान लेंगे कि चलो ये नहीं थे, वो सच्चे हैं। तो इसी बात पे हमें, न्याय पे हमें बिल्कुल भरोसा नहीं है इस पर। ये तो बिल्कुल विपरीत कर दिया उन्होंने।
अभी आपके और भी बच्चे हैं और आपने पुलिस से सुरक्षा की मांग की है, क्योंकि जो लोग आप लोग मानते हैं जिनको आरोपी, वो लोग छूट जाएंगे जेल से, तो आपने सुरक्षा की मांग की है। उसको लेके क्या आपकी विनती है सरकार से?
जब अब बाय चांस वो छूट जाएंगे तो हम भी उनको जिंदा नहीं छोड़ेंगे। सारी जनता भी भड़क रखी है, जब सरकार नहीं काटेगी तो हम काटेंगे। हमें तो, मुझे तो नहीं चाहिए सुरक्षा पुलिस की। क्यों? एक बार जब उन्होंने, इनको विश्वास है उन पर, तो सुरक्षा के हम क्या करेंगे? हमें मार दो, हम फिर दोबारा अपने आप जाएंगे वो जेल। हम तो चाहे कि छोड़ दो उनका हवाला। अब तुमसे नहीं हो रहा तो जनता के हवाले कर दो। हमें पुलिस की सुरक्षा के क्या करना? एक बार सुरक्षा तो पुलिस कर नहीं पाई, जब खाली मतलब केस जो पूरा कोर्स में कोर्ट में है उसकी सुरक्षा नहीं कर पाई, तो हमारी सुरक्षा क्या करेगी पुलिस? ये भी तो बात है। हम तो 3-4 जने हैं, मतलब कहाँ दिन पुलिस हमारे आगे पीछे डोलेगी? जो एक फायरिंग के लिए सुरक्षित नहीं रख पाई पुलिस। तो
आप लोगों को लगता है आप लोगों को इंसाफ बिल्कुल नहीं मिला?
बिल्कुल मिला ही नहीं इंसाफ। तो चलो उम्र कैद भी हो जाती है तो हम मानते कि चलो थोड़ा बहुत तो मिला, पर तो बिल्कुल ही उन्होंने ऐसे हाथ खड़े कर दिए कि जैसे इन्होंने कुछ किया ही नहीं है। तो इसमें तो बिल्कुल असंतुष्ट है हम, मतलब इसमें संतुष्टि है ही नहीं कहीं हमारे मन को।
ये फैसला हमें ही नहीं और उस बच्ची के परिवार को नहीं, पूरे देश को आहत करके गया है। जज साहब ने जाते जाते जो फैसला दिया है, महिलाओं के रास्ते में, महिलाओं के लाइफ में एक कांटे डाल के गए हैं। कोई हिम्मत नहीं करेगा कि हम कोर्ट तक जाएं, लेकिन सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ऐसा फैसला, ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट पे भी कलंक है और पूरे देश पे कलंक है। आप उस परिवार को देख सकते हैं, हम कह रहे हैं कि रिव्यू होगा। 11 साल उस परिवार ने संघर्ष किया, उसको क्या मिला? जो सजा मुजरिमों को मिलनी चाहिए उस माँ बाप को मिला। अब रिव्यू की बात हो रही है कि रिव्यू डालेंगे, और डालना भी चाहिए और पड़ेगा भी, लेकिन क्या हम ये उम्मीद कर सकते हैं कि रिव्यू में भी उनको इंसाफ मिलेगा? कि और 5 साल और एक बार रिव्यू जाएगा, 5 साल भर में एक डेट पड़ेगी, 5 साल फिर बेचारे रंगरेंगे। लेकिन मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी दिल्ली सरकार से, केंद्र सरकार से, कि इस फैसले को वापस लिया जाए।
We are in Qutub Vihar area in Chhawla, on that particular stretch where brutality unfolded 10 years ago from now. Kiran Negi, who was on her way home, was abducted by 3 men, all residents of the same village. Medical reports suggest that the woman was raped Acid was poured into her eyes and ears. She was stabbed multiple times, and using a wrench and a car's jack, she was bludgeoned to death. This is particularly that village and that stretch where the incident took place more than 10 years ago. Police had arrested 3 men. The 3 suspects who were awarded death sentence by a lower court and then by the Delhi High Court were on Monday acquitted by the apex court. The family and the victims' counsel now wish to file a review petition against the delivered verdict. However, only in time to come will witness what cognizance does the apex court take this time when the family demands a review of this acquittal.
Correspondent Anvit Srivastav continues to report on this story. He's also joining me live from the newsroom at this hour. Anvit, important to talk about why has the Supreme Court said that the investigations have been inconclusive? Were there actually holes in the investigation of this case?
See, Akanksha, as far as the Supreme Court is concerned, and we have the order of the judgment copy that the Supreme Court delivered, and they have pinpointed to some loopholes in the investigation. And if I could read out from the judgment itself, they have said that the prosecution was not able to prove the evidences, their identification, discoveries and recoveries, medical and scientific evidences, the report of DNA profiling as well as the CDRs. And it has also said that no TIP was done, which is called the test identification parade. Further, the judgment goes on to mention that the bench, they said that the prosecution had also failed at pointing out the guilt of the accused, and due to lack of clear and cogent evidence and conviction could not be sustained. Now, as far as the investigation is concerned, the bench further went on to mention particularly that out of total 49 witnesses examined by the prosecution, 10 material witnesses were not cross-examined and many other important witnesses were also not cross-examined. These are the stands that the court has taken. But see, it is certainly important to highlight what the counsel and the parents have repeatedly been saying. And they've been saying that if these evidences were not enough and were not sufficient, how did the lower court and the high court upheld the death penalty? After the lower court awarded death penalty to these 3 men, why did the high court upheld it? And their also argument is, we spoke to the counsel, she also mentioned that they were expecting that the Supreme Court at max will lessen the magnitude of the punishment and will bring out to either life imprisonment or some other magnitude of imprisonment, but they were not expecting acquittal. At the same time, when we spoke to the parents, they said that everyone, including the family members and the locals who have witnessed this brutality unfold in their area, they are outraged by this verdict. And they have also, even though they have a legal option of filing review petition, but they are saying the sentiments in the locals they are currently outraged, and they have also requested that if these are not the killers by the Supreme Court's verdict, then who are the killers? Because they have lost their daughter on February 9th.
We heard that what the mother has to say, in Negi's mother has to say. But coming to taking a cue from what the parents are saying, I think Yogita's case is another case which only highlights the broken criminal justice system of this country. Where are the lapses as far as the judicial process is concerned? Anvit, can you hear me?
Yes, Akanksha. Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, I'm saying that this is yet another case which bears testimony to the broken criminal justice system of our country. Where are the lapses and what sort of reforms are now required?
Certainly, see, in case of Nirbhaya also we saw where similar brutality had unfolded, how the law had to be changed and some amendments were brought in. Now, once again, the lawyers and the counsels of the victims, they are demanding that certain laws needs to be tweaked. They are also demanding that, because of the shoddy investigation, as what the Supreme Court has quoted, because the girl has not got justice. So their focus is right now that whatever the laws are, existing laws, now they have to get justice to the victim's family within the framework of the existing law. And